Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gordon. Welcome back for some more Rogue Trader. We are in Void Dock Alpha Row in Footfall. We had something of a weird greeting the last time we were here, or in the last episode I should say. Somebody came to greet us, but then some bandits or some gang killed them all and wanted to kill us as well. We were successful in defeating them, so that's why we're all alive. We met Mr. Opticon 22, which is quite the funny character.
None shall stand
And we are going to continue exploring this place. So our current quests are Tattered Spirit and apparently On the Hunt for Knowledge as our main quests. Study 10 planets, we have 5 out of 10 planets explored. Cool. Visit Reverend Hieronymus, and these are not for here. Okay. This got an update. Wait for the completion on the ship's inspection. It will take time to confirm the ship is free of serious damage and to repair what damage there is. The Vox Master will report when the inspection is complete. Okay. So, oh, what did I do? Oh! Oh, they added a button for it! Yay! They were able to think a little bit. Nice. Okay, so N is the formations. Okay, oh. A nice discovery. A strange memo. The Holy Book by the Altar. That void damn customs guy, he is always on duty. Does he get off any time off? Does he ever leave for a piss? Is he a servitor or something? Guess what? An hanger by the window. Remember to bow to the Emperor through the window. Some kind of a puzzle? Okay, I'll try to remember this. Although, not sure if it will happen. Commerce.
I rise to the occasion.
At first glance, these look like standard containers, but their frames have been reinforced and their sealing improved to keep the smell in. These are used to transport contraband. Okay.
I won't tolerate weakness.
There's a bunch of loot around here.
Excellence matters.
The container is labeled Destination Janus. It is covered in dust. It must have spent a long time at the docks. Some cargo. More cargo. The walls of the container have rusted and its contents rotted away. A situation that is not uncommon for shipments trying to pass through Imperial customs. Leaflet. Now is our time, not theirs. Go to their homes, drag them out of their beds. Carve open their bodies like carcasses at a slaughterhouse. The Imperial Navy, Casbalica, Corda, Von Valancius, their names mean nothing now. Tomorrow will erase them from memory. Go and seize power, as much of it as you can carry. ANV. I'm guessing it's also the Enver's gang. Rank 5 Functionary Alangar Kistoris. Wait your turn. Rank 5 Functionary Morbitio Cavalli. Okay. Don't know what that is. They say the Emperor sent his angels here and they used their swords to carve this majestic statue from an asteroid. Pilgrim. The voyage to the arch-enemy realm was so long, but at last we have reached our destination. Life of Saint Drusus, Volume 3.
I've read about this.
And a Lore Imperium check, which I think we succeeded. Yes. A small altar. The central spot has been given to Drusus, a saint from the neighboring Calixis sector who is widely revered in the Coronis Expanse. So, wait, a small altar. The Holy Book by the Altar. What does this mean?
Victory
Is there a
awaits.
hidden item here? No. Or I don't have perception for it.
A new challenge for me?
This is slavery, I think. To the rest of Footfall. Bureaucrats. The Envers are driving us up the wall. Right.
None shall stand in my way.
Oh. Okay, same leaflet.
I did fine.
The container is marked foodstuffs, but it is empty and, by the looks of it, has not been moved in a while. Oh. Grenadier's cloak. The wearer and their allies are immune to damage from the wearer's grenades. Okay. Could that be interesting, I wonder? Does someone not have a cloak? Argenta doesn't, and she actually does use a lot of grenades. Well, not a lot, but some. So like a gas cloud grenade would be good, I suppose, but it deals little damage. Let's order by type. Don't I have any more frag grenades? Oh, but she also wants a medkit. Never mind. Okay. Since I'm here, let me just take a look at my items, because I think I might want to give something different to Pascal. I do like the plasma gun, but at the same time, I feel like he should be using a weapon with a high rate of fire, like this auto gun here. The full hammer is a shotgun. 4 shots. Dodge reduction 30. It's not bad. Rate of fire 4 as well. Okay, so 4 shots, 30 dodge reduction versus 6 shots. Okay, I'll try this one for now. And see if it is better or not. Whenever the wearer hits an enemy with a dead-eye shot, it reduces the enemy's deflection. Yeah, I don't think I have anyone for this. Except my character. Though, this gives me a bonus to fellowship. Not much, honestly. Who doesn't have gloves? Everybody has gloves. These are gloves, yeah. Yeah, so basically all the items are new to me, so sometimes I have to check. Okay. I guess I'm fine for right now. Okay. Worker, guard, citizens. The engine's here. Can't talk to him apparently. Oh, more goods. Internal report. I am writing to inform you that 2 days ago the discharge was interrupted by a raid launched by the Anvers gang. In the attack, 3 loader servitors were put out of commission. Furthermore, 1 cargo container, serial number whatever, was stolen along with its contents. Okay. Does this matter? Oh! Come and buy goods. Oh, come on. Take this rubbish back to wherever you found it. I won't accept it. Don't even ask. Bitch, what?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Oh. And we have a code here. Let me quick save just to see if I can brute force it. Okay, it gave a sound of wrong. No. Okay. I'm not a maniac. I'm not gonna brute force it all the way. In the early access I actually did. Because I couldn't find any hints in how to open that. But I will avoid doing that here. Okay, this loot... Oh, okay, this is the loot behind the code.
Follow my lead.
This is a new place. We can see a ship down there. Anger A1. Oh. Aristocrats.
Victory awaits.
Okay, nobody of relevance. Finest wines from Janus. Okay, seems like a kind of empty area, all in all. Besides Opticon 22, of course. Okay, so let's go explore the rest of Footfall. No, this is the... Ah, there.
None shall stand in my way.
I was going the wrong way. What is over here? Nothing. Okay. Okay, apparently we have 2 quests in the Atrium. And there is also the Shadow Quarters. Let's go to the Atrium then. See if we can find this priest that Argenta wants to meet. I do like this area. It's a cool area. Man, come on. These deceiving loading bars are so annoying. Whoa. Every time I come here, I nearly go deaf. The sounds of the past assault my ears. Trumpets of glory interrupted by the rustling of rags, and the clinking of coins above everything else.
As it should be.
These columns appeared here back when the station was founded, when it was assumed that Footfall would become a wondrous palace in the stars.
A
Oh,
new
good.
challenge for me?
Another cloak. Fireproof cape. The wearer of this cape is immune to burning. Also, whenever the wearer ends their turn, burning is removed from all adjacent allies. Damn. Okay. It's kind of a specific item, but it's a cool item. I like this. I also like that. This one... Yeah, sure. Take that.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Although the person more likely to catch on fire is probably Abelard. But I think his cloak also removes burning, right? Burning, toxic, and bleeding, yeah. Okay, so we have a bunch of goods here.
Claim to the stars.
Instigators. I'm telling you, they're stricken with plague. Their whole ship is plagued. This place is turning me nearly deaf as well, and that's without sorcerer's voices in my head. If it's not swearing, it's merchants shouting or gunshots. It's the same where everyone goes on Footfall. We need no rules or leaders, we are not an organization. Okay, yeah, we know. We know. Oh, cutscene. So these were the instigators, right? The buzzing crowd has closed in on several harried-looking individuals. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. The angry cries and twisted faces leave no doubt a massacre is about to take place. Oh. Just cut their throats already. What were they thinking letting their ship dock at Footfall? They're all stricken. No, no cutting. We get their blood on us, we'll be tainted too. Better burn them. Mr. Cleric. Oh, it's a guy. Hieronymus Doloroso. Be quiet, you scoundrel. A priest, clad in a simple black raiment, cuts through the crowd like a void ship crossing the sky. You dare pass judgment on others? What arrogance, to think you have the right. Argenta starts at the sight of the elderly priest. That's Reverend Hieronymus. I'm surprised he decided to intervene in a street squabble. Well, let's also intervene. What's going on here? Several dozen gazes bore into you. And who are you supposed to be? So we're gonna keep incognito. A concerned citizen, an armed one. I suggest you think well before giving me lip. Okay. I guess I can go for this one. It doesn't give me away, and it's also not kind of evil. I am an envoy of the von Valancius dynasty. You come from Lady Theodora? The rebel rouser bows his head respectably. Pardon me, noble sir. We were just, rooting out heresy here. These scrawny ones, they're from the ship that came from the bowels of the Coronis Expanse. They've got plague there, and mutants, and now they're spreading that rot everywhere. That taint. They're all... Silence! You must be completely out of your minds. A band of woefully dim-witted reprobates who think themselves bringers of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? All you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. And what's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics. The haggard man is on the verge of tears. We're refugees. I swear it on the Golden Throne. We served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. Where were the protectors that were meant to shield the lands of humanity from nightmares? Traitors. Traitors and heretics, a lot of them. A murmur runs through the crowd. The people gawk at you, at the priest, at the wretched group huddling in the center. How tiring. The motley sea of colors that fills this restless crowd is hard on the eyes. So many hues, but most of them are acid yellow streaks of fear, their red buds swelling, ready to burst and paint all who gathered here. Cassie looks at the crowd of troublemakers warily, and they shudder at the very sight of her. As for the hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they are shrouded in purplish-black grief, but their words are as transparent as the ice that lies on top of a glacier. But commoners are always deaf to others' suffering, for such is their nature. Interfering in their affairs is hardly worthy of you or me, Cordant. Okay, so what are our options here? We don't have a lot of coercion. We can address a refugee. Those are serious accusations you're spouting. I hope you have proof to back them up. I represent the Von Valentius, masters of Chiavagama, and thus I have the right to decide what to do with these people. I command the onlookers to disperse. As for the rest of you, go to Dock Alpha Row and wait for the instructions. All onlookers are to return to their homes immediately. The refugees can go to Alpha Dock Row. I will speak to you later. Comply or face the consequences. Or the people before you insult those instated by the throne to be above them and thus deserve death. I guess I'll try the coercion check. It's kind of iffy. So yeah, all onlookers are to return to their homes immediately. The refugees can go to Dock Alpha Row. I will speak to you later. Comply or face the consequences. Damn it. We still gained experience. Okay. How much did we roll? Oh, come on, man. 68. And what makes you think we'll listen to you? Maybe you're one of them, here to help out your heretic buddies, huh? Sure, you say you're a Von Valentius envoy, but Void knows if it's true. Just stay out of this. You too, priest. I hope you don't plan on letting this insult to your house slide. Abelard is glaring at the crowd before you, furious. So I guess that if we don't attack, they might kill the refugees. Okay, you would dare oppose me? Seeing that the crowd's attention is distracted, the refugees from Chiavagama make a run for the docks. Good. Go on then, wreak your depravity. The Emperor already sees all the rotten baseness that reigns in your souls, and I place my hopes in his judgment. I hope he's talking to them, not me.
Colors.
You will fall.
Okay, so the priest went away. It's not an ambush. And these are very weak instigators. Okay. So Argenta... They're all melee, aren't they? No, some of them aren't. Or actually, one of them... 3 of them. 4 of them? 4 of them aren't. Okay. Who's playing first? Cassia. So go over there. Idira... She can stay over here. I think these guys are gonna die before the rounds even start. That's my expectation here, honestly. I'm gonna give Idira an extra turn right from the start and electrocute all of them. Or at least a bunch of them. And I can go near Argenta to also give her an extra turn. Or just Idira again. Yeah, we'll see. And Pascal can stay here, for example. And Abelard can go kind of protect us over here. Okay, Cassia, let's give an extra turn to Idira. Idira has 5 action points. Sure. So what are we doing? They're all level 1 difficulty. It doesn't really even matter what I do here, honestly. Sure. So, poisoned, poisoned, not poisoned. Those two are dead already. We can end our turn. End your turn. Now... yeah, I'll just do the same thing. So, Idira, have fun.
Nothing I can't do.
And I would love to target this guy as well. But I don't really have an option. This is the only way that I hit 4 people. Okay. And maybe pain channeling will kill the remaining ones.
Was that you? Or
Here, take a prey, just because.
anything else?
As long as Idira doesn't blow herself up, we're fine.
Will do.
Yeah. Perfect. In turn. Now she plays again because she's the Grandmaster. I think that's the way this works. And I can just kill them. Or why even bother with that? I can just do this. Bring it down. Yep.
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
Be careful.
Isn't this a job for another foe painted
There you go.
black?
Faith.
There you go. Well,
Victory awaits.
fight done. The auto pistols can go into cargo. Let's get the goods.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Thank you, Pascal. There's a lot of verticality here. Okay, so what is the priest? Drusian preacher. Ah, there he is. Same thing.
I did it?
Oh, okay, good. This statue undoubtedly depicts Parsimus the Wane, the legendary rogue trader who founded Footfall. Can I see his face? Yeah, we can. Looking good. What is this? The sight of this cogitator would be enough to break any tech priest's heart. The machine is leaning slightly to one side, grimy, covered in scroll drawings with frivolous writing scratched here and there on the casing. Several keys are missing and the rest are coated with dust. Pascal's respirator lets out a mournful hiss before he says grimly, "The right of operation has been repeatedly and blasphemously violated, requesting the identification and punishment of the deplorable acolyte entrusted with caring for the spirit of this machine." Tech use? Try and repair the cogitator? After a series of creaks and groans, the cogitator's dusty screen lights up. On it are several lines of text, section headings. Praise the Omnissiah. The machine spirit of this cogitator is aggrieved but willing to serve. Accompanied by the crackling of a Benharic prayer, Pascal's mechadendrites gently place a couple of keys lying on the floor back into place. Okay, so select the section titled Welcome. The screen flickers a few times before revealing to the world a text in Low Gothic. In the name of the founder of Footfall Station, conqueror of stars, builder of outposts, the noblest rogue trader Parsimus the Wane... I just remembered why... No, I don't. Never mind. And on behalf of all his descendants, I welcome you. This cogitator was installed on the order of the illustrious Parsimus so that the needy may tap into the flow of his wisdom. Cast your eyes upon the list of sections and choose what you wish to know. Abelard's brow furrows. Parsimus the Wane? I've never heard of such a rogue trader house. Whoever this Parsimus was, he sure thought big. Lord Captain Parsimus the Wane, one of the trailblazers of the Heronimus Expanse and this station's founder. I've read about his great deeds. Lord Dwayne was once a colonel of the Astra Militarum, but, by his will, later inherited a warrant. He accumulated enough power to gather a small fleet of loyal allies and ventured out to conquer the Heronimus Expanse. They say Footfall was meant to be his personal palace world, but the construction dragged on for decades and Lord Parsimus eventually died of old age. His enemies instantly tore Footfall to pieces and turned it into a bastion of humanity we know today. One that is full of bandits, privateers, hustlers, and rogue traders. Pleased with herself, Cassia nods slightly to let everyone know that the lecture is over. About Footfall. Footfall Station has been envisioned by the great Parsimus the Wane as a palace in the stars, as majestic as the spirit and mind of its creator. As of the year of this cogitated installation, merely a small fraction of the great Parsemus designs has yet been made a reality, but already their audacity and grandeur are staggering. Footfall is to become the gateway to the savage and barely explored Cronus expanse, a footfall for future conquest by the Imperium and the noble Parsemus the Wane who acts by the Emperor's will. The cogitator wheezes and blinks, clearly trying to shut down. Attempt an emergency repair. Successful. The cogitator whirs and the screen turns back on. One of the first structures of Footfall was the colossal statue of the Emperor. A whole asteroid was used for the creation of this sculpture, but even its titanic proportions cannot convey the awe that every faithful servant of the Imperium feels before the Master. The statue is the center of Footfall in the same way that the Emperor is the center and heart of the Imperium. As construction progresses, new, smaller asteroids are being attached to the statue, their surface serving as a foundation for glorious palaces and temples, and their inner tunnels as home for the commoners and rabble. Parsemus the Wane's design. The cogitator flickers and grunts before displaying a tapestry of text. The great Parsemus the Wane intends to conquer the Cronus expanse and build the most grandiose structure, which will shine through the ages, praising the names of its creator and its descendants. Footfall, the palace in the stars. The glory of the great Parsemus' deeds will live on throughout the ages and his grand designs. The cogitator hisses and grunts as it tries to clean its insides by spewing out dust and detritus through its cracks. The cogitator hisses for a while, then the screen flickers and once more shows the words. The great Parsemus the Wane intends to conquer. Pascal's vox wheezes mournfully. The spirit of this machine is enraged and will perform its function no more. I will see to it that the profaners responsible for its maintenance are marked for servo penance. I like it. Okay, let's talk to this guy.
In my way.
And progress our quest. I kind of really want to give Argenta the shotgun, but I also like the sniper. First world problems. Okay, I'll keep the sniper for now. We'll see how often we get into trouble by being in melee. Hieronymus Doloroso. The man with the face so drawn it appears to be made of nothing but skin and bone fixes his unblinking bird-like eyes on you. The priest's simple black clothes have next to no adornments, and they do nothing to mask his unhealthy gauntness. In a cracked voice he says, "The Emperor protects." Okay, so who are you? I am Reverend Hieronymus Doloroso, as I'm called. Head of the Drusian mission and possibly the last hope for the wayward souls that inhabit this fringe forsaken by our master. The Emperor protects, Reverend. But he protects only those who are pure of heart. Do you think yourself one of them? Be leery of this conviction of yours. Many who have risen to the pinnacle of faith have fallen from it into the embrace of pride most degenerate. And you must be the young von Valentius. That name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one, for its reputation suggests that Theodora encumbered it with many a transgression. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or will you carry them onward, picking them along the way like ripe fruit and savoring their sweet poison? I have heard many exalted deeds of your intellect and call your wisdom a gift from the Emperor himself. Fools! Do not know that the seeds of heresy sprout quickest in an enlightened mind. Understanding only erodes the will to act. Not sure that's true. We have dogmatic and heretical approaches here. I can still do some of these and progress in dogmatic without endangering my iconoclast thingy. Okay, I guess I'll try and do this. So, persuasion 15 should be easy. Make the sign of the Holy Aquila. I put my faith in the Emperor. I guess we could call ourselves an iconoclast dogmatic, because we do follow the Emperor in a certain degree. We're not lawful good, we're more like neutral or chaotic good. He gives you a scrutinizing look, then his tone softens. Well, then be twice as diligent, for this sector will seize any chance to test your faith. He looks at Argenta, who is standing nearby, and his voice softens slightly. Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful? It was. Reverend, Let it be known to you that Theodora von Valentius' ship was attacked by servants of arch-enemy, who appall the heart of any righteous soul, she says, nearly hissing with fury. And not all of them met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that, their blasphemous words clearly point to this attack being part of a larger design. Reverend Hieronymus, I wish to join the esteemed Rogue Traders crew and help them protect the von Valentius dynasty from the forces of the arch-enemy. Nice. I am divesting myself of the responsibility of guarding the Footfall reliquary. I will add something to that if doing so would need me. Yep. Sister Argenta stood by my side during the assault on the ship, and I could use her assistance going forward. Hieronymus nods in thought. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The Footfall reliquary will be preserved even without your contribution, as it was in all the years preceding your arrival. Hieronymus smiles sadly. I know what it is that calls you to follow the Rogue Trader, Sister Argenta. You seek combat, for it helps you to forget how hollow and worthless our lives really are. It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day, or perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. But before you start on a path toward your new destiny, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest, most dispossessed people on Footfall. They've brought me troubling news from Footfall's shadow quarters. In the darkest corners, where the Legion's wardens do not venture, taint has taken root. Footfall is consumed by profanity, but even here, true heresy, serving the arch-enemy, is a rarity. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow quarters mark their abodes with the sun inscribed in blue and gold, and perform strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumors, but I well know that evil lurks all around us, and I wish to see retribution. Okay, so first of all, why don't you go to the Liege with this matter? I do not walk the paths pleasing to the Liege, Hieronymus frowns. Vladaim is weak and riddled with worms on the inside. He seeks to please his Kasbalika masters, those peddlers of relics of the unholy Xenos. Just remember myself, this is Crime Syndicate, yeah. So it makes sense. We will verify this rumor, Reverend Hieronymus. With great pleasure. Search Footfall Shadow Quarters for the Heretics Den. Argenta put her hand on the stock of her weapon. I almost wish for the rumors to be true. My heart yearns to battle some heretics. This is where I bid you goodbye, sister. Noble Cordumt, is there more you wish to ask me about? Sure. What are you doing on Footfall? What am I doing in this den of blasphemers, pagans, and the vilest of souls, you mean to say? Well, Footfall is the first and last stop in the Coronis Expanse. It is the point of arrival for those who have just started on their path, and it is also where those who are reaching its very end return, their souls wounded and bleeding. I embrace both the former and the latter, so that they may cast an honest eye over their impurity. Furthermore, rumors from across the entire sector amass in Footfall. If I hear crewmen whispering about a reclaimed shrine world, or expressing desire to carry the Emperor's light into the darkness among the stars, I help my flock in their sacred duty. Devoted trailblazers need assistance, both spiritual and material. Tools, equipment, even garments, and simple everyday items. Oh, can I trade with him? Anything that might help pilgrims on their long journey and during the first days of the harsh frontier life is worth its weight in gold to us. May any help you offer to the effort of gathering such things be blessed. The path of true believers leads into darkness. Really? To search for worlds that have lost its radiance, steeped in depravity. Blessed are the deeds of those who give themselves into the void and the warp in hopes that their actions might bring light into the darker reaches of the expanse and deliver a previously barren world into the Imperium's service. Hieronymus is silent for a few seconds. And all the more bitter is the realization that not all brave souls will succeed in their mission. Footfall still awaits news from the Wasteland Wayfarer, an ancient ark of a ship headed for distant stars. Her last astropathic message was sent from beyond the Cineris Maleficum? And the stars have kept her fate secret since. I bear another, darker duty. So what? Lost in the void. Footfall is still waiting for news from an ancient ark. Okay, we'll check our combat, our journal in a second. The expanse is filled with tainted creations of unholy heretics. These insidious objects are a danger to the soul, but I know what to do with them. Should you on your travels come upon dangerous corrupted objects, bring them to me, and the reward for your vigilance will be even more generous. The Drusian mission has much to share with the rogue trader. Okay. I have a question about faith. My sermon planted the seed of faith in the heart of another rogue trader once, Incendia Corda. Perhaps you are destined to become my second fledgling. I'll tell you more about the Emperor. You think it is so easy to put into words his essence and splendor? The Emperor is the perfect deity that reads our hearts and grants us his light. He led humanity out of darkness and horror. He created our great home. He experienced torment and pain, which only made him stronger. There is a lesson to us all. Purity is not to be found at the bottom of the dirtiest hive or in golden palaces, but only among the ranks of those who suffer. Argenta silently makes the sign of the Aquila, her bright eyes burning with an yielding flame. What is the proper way to worship the Emperor? Pray to him, destroy his enemies, and touch not their poisoned gifts. Cast aside all doubt and be vigilant against the weak souls beside you. When you see a sign of taint, burn it away without pity. Pain is good. It tears the crust of vileness from one's soul. And remember that if you see no fault in you or around you, then you are not being diligent enough in your research. Or you are being too lenient on yourself, averting your eyes from the truth. The Emperor's servants, who are they? You speak of the Adeptus Ministrotum, religious body of the Imperium, also known as the Ecclesiarchy, which venerates and promotes the worship of the Emperor of mankind. Well, these heralds of his word hold great power. Every priest, myself included, is part of its hierarchy, and the Ecclesiarchy possesses the unique right to judge what is virtuous and what is malign. The Adeptus Ministrotum prays and cares for the temples. It sends missions such as my own to every corner of the dominion of humanity. It fights against heresies. Let's go for Iconoclast. I imagine it is very advantageous for the Ecclesiarchy to pose as a congregation of saints. Forgive me for not buying any of it. This is kinda harsh. But I guess I'm gonna stick the Iconoclast. And rightly so. The Ecclesiarchy harbors plenty of covetous and power-hungry recidivists. Okay. They've forgotten what it means to be a shepherd. They've grown soft and sluggish. For too long have their souls and bodies gone without suffering. Many would consider your remarks about the Ecclesiarchy to be heretical, and many others would find them truthful. I am a preacher of a radical teaching that renounces fear. I have left the bounds of the blessed Imperium to carry his light into the darkness of the frontier. I have come to know depravity firsthand, and am now able to perceive it under any guise. I think I can afford myself a modicum of truth. Okay, so who is the enemy of the Imperium? It has three faces. The inhuman Xenos, who wish death upon us simply because they are unlike us. The pitiful subhuman mutants, abominations that wish death upon us because they envy us and are ashamed of themselves. And the arch enemy that reigns in the immaterium, which wishes death upon us by its very nature. Idira starts giggling at Hieronymus' words. He forgot to mention people like me. My whole life people have told me I'm filth on the face of humanity. It's poison. It's bane. She stops abruptly with a sob. I think he's talking about psychers. Tell me about Incendia Shorda. Have you heard of Aspice Shorda? Pirate, blasphemer, xenophile and egregious apostate. Incendia is her heir, and a rarity among rogue traders. The protection of the Holy Warden typically leads to the swift atrophy of conscience and pious dread, but not in Incendia's case. She relentlessly hunts down pirates and firebrands and brings rebelling colonies to repentance, establishing strict discipline. The weight of her wrath is great indeed. The colonies she punishes are girded with orbital rings of heretic corpses as a warning to survivors. As her personal confessor and guide, I find no end to the joy her triumphs in faith bring me. Her intolerance is worthy of respect. Since when is orchestrating massacres a sign of virtue? I see, you have found yourselves an excellent patroness, and now you're all too eager to spread the word of her piety. It seems to me, Zealot, that it's the killing that bring you joy. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Iconoclast. Since when is orchestrating massacres a sign of virtue? They aren't massacres. This is a war on apostasy and treason, and in this war, Incendia Shorda is inflicting grievous wounds upon the wicked. Okay, thank you. Think nothing of it, young von Valancius. Tell me about yourself. Neither my past nor my present hold any secrets, but take heed when gazing into my heart, for many dark thoughts lurk within. What is troubling your heart? Bad omens. Dark times have come. Ships from the Imperium barely appear in the Coronis Expanse anymore. In Footfall's shadow quarters, Taint thrives, and the people here are corrupt enough to succumb to it gladly. Rumors around the Expanse say that the accursed Xenos have grown bold and are rearing their heads. They attack ships and settlements, walk under the suns of Imperium world like kings instead of cowering in the shadows. What next? What adversities await us if such disgrace is happening already? He shakes his head sternly. Another rumor, okay. There's more and more talk of how poorly things are going in the Expanse. Some days it seems I can't take 2 steps without hearing some peasant pontificating over the matter. Even if it is as dire as they say, the Von Valensis realm will not crumble under the blows of fate, no matter how devastating. Chin up, Lord Captain. This is no time to lose heart and lament your lot. Not only is your hope false, it is also dangerous. Among his servants there have been people of greater integrity who sully themselves in their attempts to rise above the rest. Okay, tell me about the Drusians. We are a sanctioned imperial cult which honors Saint Drusus, scourge of the Bale Childer, bane of Xenos. Just as he once fearlessly ventured into Calixis sector and spearheaded its conquest, so do we travel to untamed reaches and expand the Imperium's borders. We are pilgrims and scouts who descend into the darkness of lawless sectors, and our eyes are inured to vice and filth. Oh. Just as Saint Drusus found his martyr's death and was born in faith, or was reborn in faith, so do we search for the purifying power of trials and suffering. From the folds of his black robe, he produces a thin pamphlet. Read this. It contains the basics of our dogma. Perhaps you too will sense the truth in Saint Drusus' words. Can I see it? Not here, okay. Who was Saint Drusus? He was a great saint, irreprehensible, I imagine, and decisive. Drusus served the Emperor as a simple member of the Guard, who fought in the glorious Angevin Crusade and rose to the rank of general. It was a grueling conquest. The Imperium invaded the Calixis sector, back then a savage expanse populated by Xenos and heretics. Drusus delivered many defeats unto the enemies of humanity. He brought down the twisted kings of Acriage, liberated the planet Drea from the unholy dark demons, and had many triumphs. But then they encountered a race of unholy Xenos. Rivers of blood flowed. Golgena Angevin died in his headquarters. The crusade was about to crumble, but then he received unexpected help from a foe. The Xenos sent their assassins to the great Drusus, but the Emperor's will shielded his servants from the attack. Slain but resurrected through a miracle, Drusus asserted himself at the head of the Angevin crusade as its lord militant and saw the Xenos' extermination through to the end. He brought the Calixis sector to accord and was proclaimed a living saint. Okay, funny. The story of Saint Drusus you know is completely different. I've heard accounts that Drusus wasn't a guardsman but an aristocrat, and it was contenders for Golgena's position who made an attempt on his life. And he didn't rise from the dead, the assassin just decided not to kill him. Heronimus looks at you with a smirk. Well, of course you've heard that, but just consider for a moment whose words you are repeating right now. The one who put them into your head. Do they mean the Imperium well? Think on it. Okay, and who were you in the past? A wretched fiend. Blinded by my ambitions, I served in my home planet's Adeptus Administration Division. I was a shrewd and sly bureaucrat, and I soared to great heights, to the very chair of prefect. In 30 years I turned my home from a withered fringe colony into a prosperous world. Our wealth grew as we bloomed. But the bloom was a veneer for rot. Opulence had depraved us, and luxury had seduced us with its sordid promises. The planet's denizens no longer wished to pray or work. They only sought entertainment and dangerous philosophies. 1,000 vile heresies and 1,000,000 appalling vices bred on my world like mold on a Nutribar. In those days, I saw with my own eyes the shameless ugliness of the soul. I repented of my hubris, left the position of prefect, and became a traveling missionary. I have been one ever since. As for my world, 20 years later the Holy Inquisition consigned it to purifying flames. Damn. The Emperor is merciful for allowing you a chance of redemption? Who said I had redeemed myself? I doomed an entire planet to degeneracy. You think a decade or two of wandering with a mission is enough to atone for that? No. I am a poor excuse for a shepherd, in his eyes. Your words about the past are drowned in murky hues of sickly green, and your talk of the present falls in grey flakes of ash upon the shoulders of your listeners. Sorrow truly weighs heavily on you, Reverend Hieronymus, and that is why the fire in your words is devoid of golden radiance. The faded flickers of teachings leave nothing but black soot on their souls. No more questions. I am surprised you had any to begin with. Okay, so I'd like to take a look at what the followers of St. Drusians have to offer me. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Okay, it only goes up to here. Oh, no, multi-key. Wait. There's a lot of stuff, man. Okay. So, first of all, give me the medkits. Wow. It takes a lot of reputation to increase this. A sacred relic is helpful in every situation. Enforcer Helmet. All targets of Taunting Scream suffer a -2 times strength and toughness bonus penalty to their willpower tests against ability. Okay, that's actually quite cool for Abelard. Gimme. Onslaught. Instantly increases movement points by 6 and grants 2 charges of the slash ability, which we don't use actually. Yet reduces weapon skill, ballistic skill and perception by 15 until the start of the user's next turn. It's still quite good. Not for anybody in my party, but it is a good consumable. Imperial Scroll. Oh, grants the owner a +15 bonus to Lord Imperium. Nice. And a Bloodhound Staff. Oh, what is this? It's for a navigator. Okay, I wanted to right-click to press info. This doesn't matter. Devastating 6. The first use of an attacking navigator power per turn does not set the power on cooldown. Oh! And does not count toward the attack limit per turn. This is very good. This is very, very good. The second use of this power or the use of a different attacking navigating power on the same turn deals an additional This is too good. Holy crap. Yeah, you take 6 damage, but who cares? Direct damage cannot be reduced by the target's parameters or bonuses. Okay. I wonder if it goes through temporary wounds. Man, this is amazing. And it also gives you 10 willpower and 5 perception. Jeez. Okay, dude. We have the Militant's Cloak. The wearer's first melee attack in combat can't be parried or dodged. That seems tremendously specific. Only the first melee attack in combat, not the round or anything like that, just combat at all. And not against a new enemy, just straight up the first attack. Yeah, this sucks. Elite Chainsword. Yeah, I want that. Oh, what is this? Sanctified Staff. It's for Psychers. I wish I could see the information. Emperor's Wrath seems to be a square ability. Could be good. Grenades, Cloak of Retribution. The wearer gains a +15% bonus to damage against enemies that dealt damage to the wearer this round. It would be something for Abelard, I imagine. Power Claymore. Okay. Heavy Bolter, we have one already. Camaraderie Badge. When the wearer hits an enemy in melee range, the wearer's nearest ally gains willpower and fellowship bonus temporary wounds. Kinda strange. Death World Origin. Enforcer Light Carapace. Man, 38% armor on a light piece of armor. Plus 10% dodge against humans and plus 10 agility. Pfft. Okay. Cloak of Hatred. Each enemy killed by the wearer's area attacks increases damage of the wearer by 3% until the end of combat. I think it's not as good as it sounds. Dark Visionary Hood. Grants the wearer a plus 10 bonus to willpower and a plus 15 damage to percent damage to psychic and navigator powers, but inflicts a penalty to weapon skill and ballistic skill. This is still very good. Very, very good. Reconstructed Flamer Pistol. Deals a lot of damage. When hit by this weapon, all melee attacks against a target have gain plus 10% critical hit chance and plus 15% critical damage for 2 turns. Dude, these merchants have some very powerful items. 50% armor on a medium piece of armor. Holy crap. %15 dodge reduction bonus for attacks with melee weapons. Heavy Flamer, Focus Meltagun, Roaring Thunder, and Condensed Carapace. I won't go through all of these because they are very far away from what I can do right now. What do you take? You take Holy Relics, Jewelry, Ship Components, blah blah blah. Okay, so for the time being, I won't purchase anything because I don't have the profit factor to get anything of worth. So let's just leave this. Immediately equip this. So let me see. Mine has Castigating. Enemies targeted by the navigator powers gain a 5 penalty to all characteristics until the end of the navigator's turn. It stacks and is renewed every time the same enemy becomes targeted. Okay. Yeah, this is just better. So there's no contest really. Okay. Taunting Scream. What do I have? I have 5% more armor. Sure. 15 bonus to Lord Imperium goes for me. I think I'm the one with the highest score. Wait. 50. 63. Damn. How? Oh, I forgot I had this. Yeah, this is nice. I forgot I had this. I was wondering why I was having so many hit action points. It might be coming from this as well. But how do you have so much? Characteristic bonus, plus 50 from Fellowship. Plus 10 from Archetype Advancement Officer. How do I have less? What? Oh, wait. This uses intelligence. But she's using Fellowship. I'm guessing it's some kind of talent that I gave her that I don't remember right now. Okay, well, in that case, you take this. Okay, well, Reverend Heronimus teaching on the path of St. Drusus. This tin pamphlet exudes a faint caustic smell, likely that of fresh inscriber ink. Our being is steeped in degradation, and no longer can we imagine existing outside it. Are you capable of perceiving the depths to which this heinous miasma has rooted itself in our lives? Pompous aristocrats indulge in despicable revelries behind their tall palace walls, and planetary masters vie to possess the greatest luxuries, while you and your family choke on your corpse-starch slop after a grueling work shift. Millions of soldiers die in the dirt to combat xenoprofanity, while their commanders, their duties forgotten, squabble among themselves, seeing every death as nothing more than a stone in the monument of their own glory. Scholars pursue forbidden and mind-twisting knowledge, the righteous break their oaths and spread lies. Arbitus thieve worse than any criminal would, and you are sullied by vicious degeneracy of which you are not even aware. This pernicious rot is all-pervading, for there is none who has not succumbed to it. Does it frighten you to be in their midst, in our midst? Will you carry on calmly living in this impious loathsomeness, hiding your gaze from the world and hiding the world from your gaze? Will you become like a mindless servitor, or will you honestly realize the sheer baseness and repulsiveness of creation? and then you will renounce your former life, and you will accept your new self, and relinquish your worldly affairs, and follow the road that was paved for us by Saint Drusus, warrior and conqueror of sectors uncharted, and leave behind the sacrilege-ridden world, and, as is our immortal Emperor's will, join our sacred crusade to walk the path that leads out of the murk of apostasy and irreverence and into the darkness of the unknown and unfathomed. It is in this darkness that we will light the candles of true faith, for only in their fires can we still find motes of light. An interesting read, for sure. Man, there are so many powerful items. But since combat isn't as prevalent in this game as it is, for example, in Pathfinder, sometimes I have a hard time remembering which items I have.
My house would be proud of me.
In this mishmash of devices and cables, you notice equipment from totally different eras. Some ancient, some middle old, and others hastily tossed together in more recent years. A small food booth, the portions look meager. You meet all kinds on Footfall, and you can't tell right away who just looks crazy and who's an enemy of humanity, hiding among his faithful. Okay, so nothing to do here. A stall selling old knickknacks for everyday needs. The wares here are shoddy-looking weapons built out of questionable parts. But he doesn't sell them. Yeah, I think just people called shopkeeper don't actually sell anything. Well, there's no gold anyway in the game, so... Carnival Barker. Cogitated to use. Okay, I'm just trying to position myself and understand where I came from. I came from here, I think. No, I didn't. Where did I come from? I'm lost. I am lost. What? I came from here initially. Oh, no, right. I did come from here. I came from over here. Okay. So, I am gonna end this episode here, my friends. I don't want to venture too much further into this area because we are about time. And there's apparently a lot to explore here. First mate... Oh, the map marks interesting NPCs. Okay, that's actually quite good. That's very good. Nice. So I don't have to look for them that much. Yeah, we picked up some very cool items, especially for Cassia here. This Bloodhound stuff looks very nice. Definitely a lot of items that I want to purchase. I want to see if I can increase my profit factor as soon as possible. We are also about to level. Not too much to go for that. And, you know, I'm excited to find out what else is over here. So, this will be the end of this episode, my friends. As always, I want to thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some Rogue Trader. I hope you are enjoying it. Any questions or suggestions, you know what to do. Leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more videos coming soon. And I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.